What's up guys, Tixie here, and I am bringing you a brand new tutorial. This one is going to be my personal OBS settings. I've been streaming a lot more lately, and a lot of you have asked for it, and this tutorial is going to be more towards for average or low computers. That could include processors, graphics card, anything like that. Me personally, I'll put my specs on the screen right now. I think that I have more of like an average computer. It definitely isn't you know, the most amazing custom gaming computer ever. I barely can stream in 30 frames per second, but this is going to show you a little stuff of what I've done to help me improve my stream quality. And also, I definitely don't have like the worst computer, but if you do, if you are even streaming on like a laptop, this will help you out. So just watch the tutorial and everything should be good. So we're just going to go down the line here. You should have a few things on your options here, or your sources I should say. Like I have my Elgato, my gameplay, I have my overlay. I'll show you the preview in a little bit. I have some other stuff. I have a lot of stuff that I unchecked. Everything here is checked during or when I'm streaming. I just don't want to do it right now because while I'm recording my screen, it's going to make my OBS even lag even more. But anyway guys, here we go. We're going to go to settings. General should be all like that. We should go to encoding. I haven't really messed with anything like right here, but really important, you should have use CBR checked. That is constant bitrate. That makes it so that your stream isn't super laggy or anything. Definitely check enable CBR padding and custom buffer size. Check them both. Just to begin here, a lot of my settings I've gotten through other videos. I've kind of compiled them all together. A lot of the tutorials out there are for like really good computers or really bad. This is why this is more for an average to low computer. So yeah, now we're gonna continue. Max bitrate, I put mine at 2750 for both of them. This totally depends on your computer and your upload speed. I'm gonna put a link down in the description of a speed test that's gonna basically define what you should put here. I'll put my speed test on the screen right now, and basically you want to use about 50% to 80% of that. I'll show you how to kind of define it. Basically, as you can see on the screen, I have about 6 upload, which the upload is the only thing you have to worry about right now, or at all when you're streaming. And a 6 upload is really 6,000. The bit right here, I think it's KB by seconds. Yep, that is it. So if I wanted to use 100% of my upload, I would put 6,000 in here. Obviously you don't want to do that. I will tell you guys that you need to have at least an 1800 or a 1.8 upload speed to stream in 720p HD, which is what I do. Anything lower than that, you're gonna have to bump it down to like 480, and you know, 1800, that's the bare minimum. So if you do have like an average upload, which I would say about 3 to 4, anything above 1800 helps. Anything higher, I would say 2000 to 2500, that's like the average. That's exactly what you want. If you have a bit more like me, I have 6, you can bump it up. I could probably bump mine up to about 3500 for it to still work, but this works great for me. Also, like I said, if you do have like a amazing upload, like a 10 or even higher, this is all you really need. You don't want anything more than that, because obviously you might be wanting to do other stuff with your upload. Maybe you have family, you know, they can't use anything. Like, it won't be as fast if you're using everything. So be considerate, of course. Just know your stuff, and make sure to click that speed test if you haven't already. Now for audio encoding, I put codec AAC. You can also do MP3. I just feel like AAC works the best for me. Basically, all my stuff. This is really basic. This is all general stuff. You want stereo, not mono. Okay. Now we're gonna switch to broadcasting. I'm not gonna, even though I didn't switch anything on here, I'm just gonna click no. Broadcasting settings, that's this is all up to you. This is your stream key that you get on Twitch. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of you know that. You want to choose whichever one is closest to you. That should work the best. Now for auto reconnect, this doesn't have anything to do with your computer having average, but you want to have all the settings I have right here. That works great for me. The delay, it really doesn't matter for your computer. I put mine on 0 because I stream mostly like GTA and other games with viewers. But if, let's say, you're playing competitive, you want to bump that up to like 60 or 90 seconds, that's totally up to you. Nothing to do with your computer. Uncheck this. I have no idea what this is, but I know for a fact it basically has nothing to do with your computer. If you want to record all of your streams, that's how you can do it. You can put it to basically any file you want. I just put mine as that, and then I click yes. You know, just random. That should be all good. Now let's go down to video. Now this is, as you can see, I do not have a good graphics card. My computer is about 5 years old. It's a decent graphics card, I guess. I can play, you know, some games. I just can't play at high settings. This is exactly what you want. This is the important stuff here. I put that. Now your custom resolution, if you're doing from gaming like your Xbox, most likely you're gonna have an Elgato or HDPVR. Make sure you do 1280 by 720. Like I said, with that upload speed in the encoding, if you have anything lower than like 1800, you want to bump this down to, you know, 480 right here, and that'll change automatically. But this is a tutorial on like how to do the HD settings, basically doing the most without working your computer a lot. Now let's go to downscale. Usually I have mine at 1280 by 720. I was just playing around with this. This actually has been working great, but this is a huge part about your computer. So if you don't have a fast processor or the best graphics card, you might have to scale it down to about, you know, 2, which basically cuts this in half, obviously. If you do have a decent computer and also do like more important settings in the future, you can do none or 1.25. It really doesn't matter. It'll just adjust the screen size. I'm going to put mine at none. Now, frames per second, one thing you have to know is that if you're using Twitch and you're not a partner, people are not going to see anything, like your viewers are not going to see anything better than a 30. It's going to be 29.95. So do not, even though if you have the best computer in the world, do not put this at 60 frames per second because it does absolutely nothing for you. Twitch downscales it to 30 anyway, or 29.95, so definitely stick with 30. That works the best. Now, I would say the most important part is disable arrow. This arrow is basically like all the fancy graphics on your computer. If you have this checked, whenever you click preview stream or actual start recording or stream, this will disable all your arrow stuff. I think actually it might disable it right when you open the program up. As you can see, like this isn't looking the most fancy because I have that checked. So it really like it's not like the stream can see your crappy ass computer. Oh, sorry for swearing, but it's not like it can see it like that. So definitely check mark that. That'll increase your quality by a ton. Now audio, this is all up to you. Pretty self-explanatory. If you want to have your desktop like music or anything coming through, make sure to do default or switch it to any speakers. This is a mic. I have my mic on a source, so I don't need to put it here, but if I was using like my Blue Snowball mic, I would put it right here. Everything is pretty self-explanatory. I think this is all the basic settings. Hotkeys, you don't have to mess with that unless you're sort of advanced. Now this is another thing where it's important. I actually haven't messed with general at all. I just keep this, like even watching tutorials, this is exactly what people say. Now for the video, I think it puts it at fast when you first get OBS, and that is for like a pretty good computer. Like I said, if you have a worse computer than most people, like me, if an average to a low, I have that on very fast because, like I said, I'm lucky enough to have like a decent computer, but it's not the worst or it's not the best at all. So if you have a worse computer than normal people, you can definitely do very fast. You can compare your computer to my specs, like I said in the beginning. If you even have a worse computer, you can bump it up to ultra fast or super fast. I don't really recommend that because it'll shorten the lifespan of your computer. This is basically how much of your processor and your computer do you actually want to go towards streaming. Obviously, if I put it on slower, even I have an amazing movie making computer, it won't, like, my computer could last 10 years. It doesn't matter. Very fast is actually doing a lot on my computer, but it's not making a lot of noise or anything, so I find that the best. You just gotta play around and preview it and like see how it is. Leave this all at main. You can leave this at 2, doesn't really matter. Make sure to use CFR is checked, and everything else is normal. Just copy my settings here. Okay, no. I have no idea what this happens. Like I said, if you're advanced and you know what this is, you can mess with that. Okay, and all of these settings basically have nothing else to do, like the browser, microphone noise gate. Okay, so now that you have all my settings, we can preview the stream. I don't have my Elgato hooked up to my Xbox One right now, but as you guys can see, I am streaming with a solid 30 FPS, and when I said use constant bit rate and you have that checked, that makes it so that the 30 isn't going to 15, to 20, to 25. Also, if you even have a worse computer than me, you can bump that 30 FPS down to like 25. The most important thing is to have it constant, because whatever it is, it won't be jumping all over for people watching. Now that is all to do, the green box, that's all to do with your upload speed. Like I said, that's the 1800 HD minimum deal. Like I said, if you can bump it up to whatever you can, that's all depending on your upload speed. Bump it up more, that's the best. It'll make your stream come in more high quality to the watchers. Okay guys, so now I have basically the most important OBS settings done. I'm not done with the tutorial yet because I have a special tip that I like to do on my streams. If you have a really crappy computer, you might want to take this tip in and try it out. Basically, you're going to go down to your bottom left, hit start, hit computer. Obviously, I know you can't see it, but make sure you get on this screen. I'm sure most of you know how to do it. Just click start and hit computer. Windows 8, I have no idea how to do that. I'm on Windows 7. Now, make sure to click System Properties from here, and then click Advanced System Properties. It's going to come on my other monitor here, but I'll scroll it over. Now, this is very important. If you have a worse computer, but this also helps for me for an average computer, definitely do this step. You want to go to Settings here, Performance. Now, right now, most people will either have the first option or the second option, Adjust for Best Appearance. This, obviously, Windows wants you to make it look the best. But like I said, if you have a terrible computer, kind of like mine, average, you want to click this, Adjust for Best Performance. All of these options are completely unnecessary. You do not need them while streaming. And honestly, this will probably double your stream quality, if not more. It really does help. Now, just make sure that is check mark. Then you can click OK or Apply, whatever. This will take a little bit, depending on how many programs you're using right now. Basically, on my other monitor, you see everything, all the color went down. That's just because it's loading. It says please wait on my other monitor, which you can't see. Like I said, depending on how many programs and how your computer is, it could take up to like a minute. Mine usually only takes about 15 seconds, but I'm sure since I'm recording the screen, it's going to take a little bit more. I'll make sure to if it does go more, make sure to cut it a little bit. So I will see you guys in a second. Okay guys, and now we're back. It actually happened right as I said, skip. So here we go. As you can see, it kind of looks like a Windows XP thing here. Not, like I said, it's not for the best appearance. It's just for your performance. And as long as you're streaming on the Xbox, no one will see all this crappy looking stuff. But anyway guys, you can close out of that. Now, what this basically did was get rid of all the fancy smancy stuff that shows up on your computer, and it basically is just towards the bare minimum of helping you stream. You can still have all your Google Chrome up and whatever, your music, Spotify playing, it doesn't matter. This just helps your performance. So now you can go back to settings, and like if you didn't have your video, if you had it about 480 or 2 like this, you can try bumping it up to none. This is obviously the best performance, because if you have 1280 by 720, that's the best. If you have 1920 by 1080, you can, none will show 1920 by 1080. You can play with all that. Obviously you probably won't need this tutorial if you're playing on those settings. So guys, using that performance and getting rid of all the appearance, it should help your computer a ton, especially if you have a dual core or less. I have a quad core, so this helps a lot. And you can click apply, and you can just practice the stream, make sure it all works together, and I would suggest just doing all that. So that is all of the tips I have for you. That is all my personal settings. It works great for my average computer, but I also did a little extra for the, if you don't have the best computer in the world, like a crappier graphics card or lower processor. So hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If I left anything out, or if you have any more extensive questions, please write them in the comments below, and I'll answer all of them, I promise. And that's basically been it, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and Happy New Year's.